Tonight, on Closer Look, the family of a Guelph woman who was killed in a parking lot is calling for much stricter rules for older drivers. Guelph Today reporter Taylor Pace has been covering this story since the death of Micaela Tsavaris and joins us tonight from Guelph. Taylor, before we get to the court's decision, maybe take us back to that September day that saw Tsavaris' life cut short at only 72 years of age.
Yeah, so on September 26th, Mickey and her husband Art had just finished volunteering at a downtown charity here, Royal City Mission. They were stopping at Shoppers Drug Mart on their way home, where they go pretty frequently. And as they were walking through the parking lot, 94-year-old driver Ian Harris was backing out of a disabled parking spot by the door when he struck them. So he had struck Art first, who sustained minor injuries, but then Mickey was unfortunately killed by the collision.
Okay, so the court decision was handed down on Wednesday. What was it?
So the driver, who is now 95, was charged with careless driving causing death. He was given a 5-year license suspension and a $3,000 fine.
Taylor, what has the response been to the decision and the penalty given to the driver from the family and the community as a whole?
Everybody's really upset. I think, the family was gunning for much, much higher fines, around $40,000. The maximum is about $50,000. I don't think anyone really wanted to send a 95-year-old man to jail, but they did really want the consequences of this to be clear and in the public eye to try to influence any future policy decisions.
All right. I know the family is looking for tougher restrictions and stricter driving regulations from lawmakers where older drivers are concerned. Did Art Tsavaris or his family share any specific proposals or ideas that they would like to see implemented?
Specifically, higher fines for situations like this, but I think the most important in their mind is mandatory road tests for anyone over 80.
Taylor, I know the requirements to maintain a driver's license in Ontario changes once you hit the age of 80. What are those requirements?
Yeah, so after you turn 80, every 2 years, you have to come get your license renewed. And it's a pretty simple process that just involves a quick written test and a vision test. You don't have to do a road test unless they find some issues with that. So for instance, you might be totally capable of driving and pass those tests with flying colors, but there's a chance that you might not have the ability to react in an emergency, for example. And that wouldn't necessarily show up on the written test the same way it would on a road test, which is why they're pushing for those mandatory tests.
Of course. Now, in your story, Art mentions that he and Mickey were soulmates, married for 22 years, in fact. Obviously, this is an extremely difficult situation for the family. How are they coping? And although the provincial court matter has now been dealt with, are they planning any private legal action?
They're coping as well as they can, I think. The victim impact statements from family and friends were really heartbreaking. They're really missing her in every aspect of their lives. They will be pursuing legal action. That case should be filed in the next few weeks.
Guelph Today reporter Taylor Pace joining us from Guelph. That's Closer Look for this Monday. For all of us at Village Media, thanks for watching.